Welcome back for another book review. Today we are talking about this one. So this is Birth Chart Interpretation, Plain and Simple by Andrea Taylor. So this one walks you through your entire natal chart pretty much, from what I can find. I don't know astrology that well anyways, let alone your complete birth chart. That I feel like is getting into like intermediate categories, and I don't know it that well. Honestly, it starts off explaining things pretty well, but by the time you get to the end, it definitely feels like you need to know a decent amount because it just skims it at that point. So I gave this a 4 out of 5 star because really the first part of it, it felt like I was explaining things really slowly, and then it just like started to pick up the speed throughout that it was like, oh, maybe it's not for the beginner. Maybe it's more advanced. And to me, astrology honestly feels like the math or science of like spirituality, and I hated those subjects. Like I was never particularly good at math or science. I've always been more of like words and arts are more my thing, and like history, not numbers and science and stuff. And that's what astrology is. And it's like the witchcraft. It is the science of witchcraft, the math of witchcraft. And it just felt like it was holding your hand and like you're in like pre-algebra, and then it throws you into calculus about halfway through. And by the end, I was just feeling like I flunked out of the book because I was so lost. And it was just like, oh, okay, so no. Because the other book I had read recently, which was like the sun signs book, that one actually explained things pretty well. And it held your hand throughout the entire process pretty much. And even then, like, it feels like they do like really good at the beginning, and by the time they get to the end of these books and the end of your chart, they're just kind of hucking the stuff at you, and they're not holding your hand like they were at the beginning. And it might just be a me thing, but it's like by the time you get to like, because this was like getting into some craziness, like quadrants, aspects, north and south nodes, and then you've got like, what was it, the family model, what your node is in. And like, if you have a Venus in angles, and like, it got really, and like, what is this? This is astrology. I don't know what it means. Like, it got really complex really fast at the end, and it didn't feel like it was holding my hand like it was at the beginning. But I think that's just, I'm not very good at astrology. I'm not like the biggest like believer in it. It's more of like it's kind of cool. It fits when it does. But like also I feel like it doesn't account for a lot of things that it's like life happened and then things changed that, I guess, because a lot of these it just doesn't quite line up for people. And like, I've never had a chart match somebody completely to how they actually are, so I have a hard time with astrology to begin with, and when it gets really complex I just check out. So if you're into astrology, if you're more intermediate, you're probably gonna like this book. As a beginner, just be aware, you might start to feel overwhelmed by the end. Would I buy this one? Probably, because it does explain things, and again, the hand-holding at the beginning was really good, but like, it's not a rush out and buy. I would get the other one that I just recently read more than this one, but you know, one day, when I'm filling out my library of my own, I'll probably get this one. So anyways, I would love to know your thoughts on this book in the comments down below. As always, a huge thank you to my patrons. If you want to support me and get access to exclusive content, it is patreon.com/nightwillowcrafts. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I post every single day. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and blessed be.